sometimes if you push really hard on the buttons, it works. And I've changed the batteries a million times. This is another remote I've got. There's another LG remote, and you gotta push really hard on it to turn on the TV. Let's go. It's fine. Yeah, it turns it on. So TV's coming on now. So this one's the smart TV. So this is the one I want to sort of fix because I think it just needs a clean. But as you can see with this one, it's a bit worse for wear. The front's alright, it's pretty good. You can see the logo and all that. The back, it's missing its back case. Crack. It's been dropped a few times. Hole there. So what we're going to do is going to take the back off of this one, which isn't a smart TV one. I got this one from the dump. I'll take the back off this, and this has got a case. So I'm going to have that and swap it over, hopefully. I'm going to give this one a good clean, because like I said, that one, they both work with this TV, but this one's not a smart TV one. You can see the difference, the Amazon and the Netflix and the home button and all that. So I'm going to take this one apart, I'm going to give it a clean, I'm going to take this other one apart, and what we're going to do is we're going to try and fix it and get it to work. So let's have a go, shall we? Wait, let's see if we've got any screws. I'll take this apart. So take the batteries out. No screws in there. Doesn't look like there's any screws up there. I don't see any rubber grommets. So I think you're just forcing out. Luckily I always have long nails. See, that's just gonna break. I'm gonna force my nail in there. Like that. So, see, it's coming apart. Okay, let's go. Oh, needs a good clean. See that there? It's greasy. Is that meant to be like that or not? Let's have a look at this one. Now this is the one I got from the dump, but look, the back case has got a little bit of like plastic on it, so it doesn't come out right. Batteries. Come out. Same again. I'm gonna put my nail in. I mean, you can probably use a piece of plastic or something. Such a fight. See, this one is broken there, or did I just do that? Probably just did it. And there we go. This one definitely looks a little bit different. Just as minging. It smells a bit whiffy. See that? It's got a bit of water on it, but nothing like the other one. So there's that one. What's not the nicest ones. As you can see, that one's a bit. There's the. Just take this one out. Oh, that does actually look the same, doesn't it? No, they look the same. That one. That one. The chip on this one's smaller, that one's bigger. not much difference between them, but I know that the one with the smaller chip is the smart TV one. So I'll give this one a clean up and pick the best parts out of these to put them together. Definitely that one back. Alright, let's give it a clean, shall we? What we're going to do here is we're going to use an old tin that I've got in the garage, because my new one's gone walkies, is WD-40. Now WD-40 is a very good cleaner. People think it's actual just a grease. It's not. It actually loosens rust and cleans and protects, and it stops moisture. So as you can see, we've got a lot of moisture on this. So let's give it a bit of spray. And as by being an old one, it doesn't want to come out, so we're going to just drip it on it. Nice. Things that don't work. The list is growing. So just going to give it a rub over. Can you see? Giving it all that. Look at that. Just rub over. I'll clean that one up in a minute. All these bits. So all these pads are obviously the buttons, the receivers of all the commands that you're giving the remote control. So if there's stuff in the way of these pads, that's why I have to push really hard, because obviously I'm pushing through all that moisture and gunk and whatever it was on it. It was like oily crud, you know, every stuff that's been spilt on it over the years. Give it a cleaner in the back. Even the points, look at that. It looks like the batteries might have been leaking as well, so this could have been battery acid. That's probably what it was. Leaking from the batteries all over the remote inside, and that would wreck it. Obviously being acid it would. So I bent that out and bend it back. And as you can see, even with WD-40, it didn't work very well. That is nice and clean. That is super. So I'm going to put that to one side for a minute. Right over there. And I'm going to then work on one of these backings. So this one, which has still got this little plastic doujimi floop, what flips up there, and it fits on that little catch there, stops it from coming out and getting lost. But obviously it didn't work on this one, which has got that catch, but it's barely holding on, isn't it? It's a bit wrecked. So we're going to definitely have this one. Right, now look at all that ming. That is disgusting. Look at it. Can you see that on camera? Look at that. That's minging. And the OG's coming off. Input and all that. So I'm not going to clean that up, because I'm not going to put that one back together. That can stay over there with all that. That's the rubbish. So let's have a look at this one. That's keepable. And look, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. But as you can see, there's still moisture in there and still crud, so that's going to get it clean. This is the non-smart TV one. And the rubber's not too bad, because it probably just stayed all in there. So I'll leave that there. I'm not going to clean that up. This one, which is still soaking, is not too bad on the rubber, so that's going to get it clean. I'll get a pot and give it a clean. So, here's our nice soapy water. It's lukewarm, it's not going to be boiling hot, so you don't want to distort any of the plastics, and it'll be fine with the rubber. So, will this fit in? No, it won't. Of course it won't. So I'll have to use another corner of this rag, and I'll give it a good wipe over. Get in all the cracks. What I don't do is use and lots of stuff, so I'm trying to avoid clean front as much as I can. I'm not going to wreck it anymore. I'm just going to get some back in this. I can tell you a dog, and that's what it says at the bottom. So this works, and it does, if you watch it, it helps you. Because it doesn't help you I love my rock jobs within life. Also grab batteries, you'll see them out the remote. And right, I'll leave that one over there to dry out. So on this one, just down the sides. And up. So the remote that I bought from them was 50p. So 10 parts for 50p, so the rest of that is not too bad there. And the back on the back side, battery pack, that's what I'm saying. So take it up and you've got all 7 batteries. So there we go. That's pretty good. And the back, I'll just tell you, you start tracking the batteries. Really good. Now, look at that water. That is minging. Okay, we'll dry that one off, and then we can put it back together. So, she's back in from the sun. As you can see behind me, the sun is here. There's a little bit of dampness there, but that is pretty good. Had to bring it in because it did start to rain. Typical English weather. So, nice and dry. This piece here, all nice and clean. Still looking good. All the transfers are still looking good. And yeah, so I'm going to start building that, shall we? Okay, so the bottom didn't really need much. It didn't need it really clean, it wasn't that bad. So make sure that this goes in, because under the bottom there, and hooks on there, and I'll just close it up. So it's closed up, so it's in that position now. Okay, come down here. Right, so there's the bottom. Here's the one we cleaned earlier. Nice and dry and clean, and no battery acid on it. There's the terminals. So see these two terminals at the bottom, they have to go in there, in these two bits. So what you got to do is you got to line them up, slide it in like that. That's easy, isn't it? So it goes in there like that. Dog hairs get everywhere. So nice and clean, it's in. Now for the top bit. So this piece and this piece. Again, making sure we got the right one, because it's got the Amazon and the Netflix and the home and all that. I'll put this one in. And push it all the way through, look. So it holds itself in place. It's looking pretty good. Now we got to put them together. this side. And as you can see, the corners are good. The bottom's a little bit banged up. Remember, this is the top I reused, but it's not as bad as it was. All the buttons still, they look good. Now, let's sort the batteries out. So we got a battery tester. Make sure these batteries are good. There's no point me putting them in. That says good. It says good on it, so that's good. That one's good. And this one, well, it seems to me that they should make that the positive and this the negative because it's easier. But where am I? Alright, so that is good. That is beyond good. Super, super good. Let's get these in. There we go. All together. Let's go test it and see if I have to push really hard. If I do, this video is going in the bin. Point towards the TV. Off. The TV's off. Let me turn it again. One little tap and it's back on. So now you're not forever pushing really hard on the buttons. It's fixed. And all it needed was a clean. And while I was at it, I changed the back. So there you go. It's working. There you go. That's how we sort batteries out. Batteries? That's how we sort remote controls out.